I'm sorry, Toby. I'm sorry, Andrew. Tom Holland is Spider-Man now. I got to go and see Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it was...
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I can say this with the utmost certainty and confidence. This was the best Spider-Man movie we have ever gotten. Not only was it the perfect Spider-Man movie, it was also just a perfect superhero movie. And no, this is not recency bias. It was just that good. The world felt like such an actually lived-in superhero world. It was a lot more in-depth than what we've gotten from a lot of superhero movies recently, and even Marvel movies just in general. I mean, seeing the way that Spider-Man interacted with different soups was actually just really fun. And oh my goodness, the fighting. It was PlayStation-inspired combat. That, everything else, the web swinging, the fighting, everything. It was so peak. So, for anybody living under a rock, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the newest installation to the MCU. It follows Peter Parker, Spider-Man, right after the world forgets who he is. And this includes everyone, just his family, well, what little family he had left, his best friend, and his girlfriend. Also, his DNA is mutating. That's fun. So I will be doing a spoiler-free review as well as a very heavy spoiler review, as always. There's also going to be timestamps in this description for you to be able to jump around at your leisure. So without further ado, let us begin. Let's start with what I didn't like, because there was literally one thing. Scorpion and Tombstone. Tombstone was in it for like literally a minute, and Scorpion was in it for like 5. They played it up so much just for them to literally be nothing but punching bags for Spidey in a montage. Besides that, this movie was just amazing. It hit on every beat, and it was somehow the perfect mix of emotional and action-packed. The web slinging is some of the best we've seen, at least on par with Tobey's. And because of the organic webbing he develops, his swinging at one point becomes really clunky, and it's kind of neat to see. And once again, the combat was based around the PlayStation Spider-Man games, so Spidey's spinning around, he's just jumping over people. He even has gadgets. Genuinely, the fight cinematography in this was so good, though a lot of the shots were too close, but it's whatever. That's just me being nitpicky. And not only was the combat inspired by the PlayStation games, but like everything else too. His tech, his living conditions, even an actual crime tracker. It was literally just Spider-Man PS4. Also, I almost immediately gave this movie a 10 out of 10 because they used a Tame Impala song. And for the people who don't know, he is one of, if not my favorite artists. So hearing the song in the movie was just like, yes! I mean, the rest of the soundtrack was just golden too. I had a great time listening to it. This is also the only movie where we see a completely isolated Spider-Man. He has literally nothing else besides being Spider-Man. It's really interesting seeing how he copes with it. He's constantly working, he's teamed up with the local law enforcement and this big corporation that hunts down dangerous people. It's really cool. Spidey also lives alone in an apartment where his only friend is an AI companion. Isn't that just how it is for everyone nowadays? He keeps trying to be around MJ and Ned, but he doesn't want to tell them all of what happened. He watches their Instagram posts and goes to a house party trying to be near them. And then we see MJ with another guy. Oh no. And there are also a few surprised, but not really surprised because we all saw the trailer, guests in the movie. We got Shane, the Punisher. We got Mr. Hulk Smash, Elena Romanoff, which was kind of awesome. And it was cool seeing how she interacts with Spidey. And we got Sadie Sink. Because why not? Now, the Punisher did get a little sanitized in this movie, but it makes sense because it's still Spider-Man's movie. But we did get a few curse words out of him, so... Another neat thing is there's some little, very missable nods to previous Spider-Man movies. Like, Peter swings past the building that burned down in the second Tobey movie, and the shuriken flies past his face in the same way Flash's fist flew past Tobey's in the movie. The acting was good for a superhero movie, but it isn't some fantastic Dustin Hoffman performance or anything, so don't go into this thinking it's going to be Seven Samurai or anything. And it was actually pretty neat seeing Sadie Sink too. I haven't seen her in anything outside of the 2 seasons of Stranger Things I watched, so good on her, she's moving up in the world. Hulk was cool too, he wasn't in it that much, but it was neat. And what's funny is the limited time he was in it, he was actually pretty damn important. He also smashes the Punisher. Pause. This is also the first time that we get to see a fully powered Spider-Man. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if Tom ever gets the Venom suit, everybody is fucked. This, in my opinion, is also the most comic accurate adaptation of Spider-Man we have. We got the comic accurate suit, he's nerdy, he's awkward. There weren't that many quips or funny jokes, which I really think Andrew Garfield had the most of. Kind of feels like not a whole lot of adaptations really get that part. But Spidey was going through the ringer of trauma anyway, so that kind of makes up for it. But they did not have a corny name drop, so 0 out of 10. Unwatchable. Overall, I 100% recommend going to see this movie. It kind of falls into the MCU trap where you have to watch a few other movies to get everything. But overall, this movie was just spectacular. Amazing, even. Ultimate. Absolutely go and see it. It is 100% worth every minute of your watching time. And stay till the end because there is an end credit scene. Just do it. Alright, that's enough for the non-spoiler review. It's a brand new day for spoilers now. The movie opens with a famous Spider monologue, and immediately Spidey is thrown into action. We learn that he's been cleaning up the city and working with a big corporation called Damage Control. They stop bad guys, including the Hand, which was mostly stopped by Spider-Man anyway. He tries to stop a runaway stolen tank, which is headed right for a prison harboring Scorpion. Spidey tries his best to stop it, and ends up getting run over by Punisher. Spider-Man isn't able to stop it from crashing, but he does stop it from killing anyone. This is when we learn that the main villain is not anyone cool like Mr. Negative, Scorpion, or Tombstone. It's a body swapper. Now, my first thought was Chameleon. It's not them. It is not Chameleon. Scorpion gets away and Spidey goes on the look. He even gets Yelena for help, and she's in a pool. It's a little weird, but, alright. She suggests that it might not have been mind control, but a possession instead. So that's cool. We also get to see the spider toes. Then we learn that Spider-Man is mutating. The arachnid part of his DNA is overtaking the human DNA, giving him super heightened senses and organic webbing. Also, his eyes are turning black for some reason. As the mutations get worse, Peter seeks out the help of Bruce Banner, who is a college professor with a muzzle of sorts that keeps the Hulk from coming out. Using this basic idea, Spidey makes a device of his own to stop the mutations from overtaking him. It doesn't work. He keeps trying, but it still doesn't work, and now he has organic webbing, which I honestly prefer. It never made sense to me how a 16-year-old kid could somehow make web fluid and, like, swinging gauntlet wrist things, but the top scientists in the universe couldn't. Then we get to see Scorpion do his thing. For 3 minutes, he's just robbing a bank. But it isn't even him who's doing it. It's the, like, mind jumper person. But then, Spider-Man's mutations kick in and he tears off Scorpion's tail. That's right, he rips that thing right off and then roundhouse throws him into a cop car. He kicked Scorpion so hard into the floor that he went like 3 feet into solid concrete. Then Pete wakes up upside down, stuck in silk. He's able to get back in, and he figures out that his web shooters don't work because his organic webs won't let him. He tries to use them at first, and it just leaks out like a faucet. It's disgusting. Anyway, this mysterious jumper finds out where Pete lives and tries to kill MJ. Spider-Man swings through NYC to try to stop them, even webbing a helicopter, which was just insane. He gets to MJ and saves her, then something insane happens. MJ seemingly remembers. She says she wondered why there were gaps in her memory about Spider-Man. She unmasks him and kisses him. Hooray! And then nothing bad happens at all. Kidding. Gosh, could you imagine? That'd be awful. Peter takes MJ to the Punisher to keep her safe, and we now learn who Sadie Sink is. Any guesses? Bueller, it's Jean Grey. Because of course it is. Jean is looking for something called VMAX. Literally no one knows what she's talking about. But Spider-Man is able to track her. He makes a universal mutation stopper, implants himself with it, and he plans to use it on Jean. He follows her to Damage Control building where she's trying to kidnap the CEO. Then the Hulk shows up. Jean is mind controlling him, and he puts belt to ass. The Punisher shows up and shoots him, but if you know anything about the Hulk, that doesn't do jack shit. There's a cool fight between them. Hulk falls out of a building after seemingly remembering Peter Parker, and Spider-Man is able to muzzle Jean's powers. Damage Control puts her into custody, and the day is saved. Until MJ finds this note Peter had explaining why she doesn't remember him, and MJ says, "Sorry, but I don't love you. I understand that whoever I was loved you, but I'm not that anymore." Now, I will say I'm very glad that they did this, because if they hadn't, it would have completely negated the consequences of No Way Home. Debate me all you want, but Spider-Man needs a new girlfriend. He should date Wolverine. But I mean, there's one win. Peter meets Ned again, and they build Legos together. It is incredible. And then we get a shocking revelation. Damage Control is the bad guy. Oh no. They kidnapped Jean's sister, who they found out was also a mutant, and they experimented on her until she died. They forced Jean to use her abilities because they want to see if they can replicate telekinesis in other humans. This is a bad idea, because Jean finally finds out what VMAX is. It's a torn bit of sticker on a vent. Jean makes a mind explosion and makes half of New York stand still. Then Spider-Man shows up and puts belt to ass. Jean takes over the mind of the few of the Hand members, and they kind of beat the hell out of Spider-Man. He is taking constant blows every second of the fight, all the while Punisher is trying to figure out how to kill Jean. He's beaten to the edge of his life, and Jean tries to get into his head. No pun intended. She forces him to make the choice, considering the fact that Spider-Man is slowly losing himself. Will you be Spider-Man or Peter Parker? Spider-Man takes off his gene suppressor and kicks ass. His eyes flash black. His organic webs tear a sword into shards, and he's able to web spin through the room, pinning every single one of them to a wall. And then he kicks through straight steel. Peter stops Jean from killing the evil CEO guy, and he finally lets her into his mind. This is where a ghost/memory version of Aunt May talks to her and tells her that things suck, but that she's strong and loved. And this gives Jean the comfort she needed, and she decides that maybe she can move on. Spidey and Jean kind of come to an understanding that neither of them are able to go about what they're doing alone, but they both agree Jean needs to run. Then the Punisher shoots her. The man was able to land a shot from like a kilometer away. Peter grabs her and shields her from the bullet, and it hits him square in the spider kidney. Punisher carries Spider-Man into a hospital where hundreds of people gather around, hoping he's okay, and well, obviously he is. Marvel isn't gonna kill off their biggest money-making machine. Peter wakes up and catches Punisher napping.
I don't trust people to take naps, dude. I just found that out. He doesn't take naps, dude. He grown ass. No, you don't fuck. He did. Yeah, it's like, dude.
He leaves, gets all better, and immediately wants to work again. But he doesn't. He finds Nettie. Then they hit the holy dap up that causes Ned to remember Peter again. Now, what kind of irks me about that is the same reason I would have gotten upset if they did it with MJ. Kind of feels like it just negates the consequences of what happened in No Way Home. Peter did something dumb, and he should have to live with the consequences of that. I mean, Marvel, just give him new friends. Give him a new girlfriend. Hell, introduce Silk. Well, we're getting a hard reboot of the MCU anyways after this, so I guess who cares. Now that the story is out of the way, let's get into everything else. First off, the choreography was amazing. The fighting was some of the best we've seen in a Spider-Man movie. Especially the Hulk fight, my jaw was wide open. Then there is the choice of music. Once again, Tame Impala, 10 out of 10. Now, cinematography-wise, again, this isn't a Film Bro movie. I didn't expect it to be. But because I have the taste of a Criterion maniac, I gotta dock a few points because of that. It served its purpose and nothing else. Though the first-person swinging moments were cool, we didn't get to see a whole lot of that in previous Spider-Man movies, if memory serves right. And the storyline was just cool. This movie made the MCU feel like a lived-in, fleshed-out superhero world. It fixed the heroes when it's not their movie meme. Also, Spider-Man will return. Now, is it going to be for Doomsday? I'm not entirely convinced that's what it's going to be. I think they're going to save him for Secret Wars, but what do I know? I could be completely wrong. Watch it be 100% right. 126% go and see this movie. If you don't have the money for it, go and sell your kids. It is the best Spider-Man movie that we have. It's just a damn good superhero movie, and you're gonna have a fantastic time. As a superhero movie, it's a solid 9 out of 5. Compared to everything else, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 5. Go and see this movie. Take your kids, take your girlfriends, wives, boyfriends, whatever. Hell, go and take your sister. Just see this movie immediately.
Do you think I could web sling?